Gemini, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do your reading for February 2024. We're going to take a look at your overall general energy, what you may not see coming, and get some important advice from Spirit. Thank you for tuning in today, for sharing this space with me. It is an honor to be able to read for you. Welcome. All right, Geminis, let's start. We're going to jump right into your spirit animal guidance. What is your spirit animal for the month ahead? Some of you may identify with this animal already, or it may be just, what the animal is here to teach you and show you this month, okay? Let's see what's going on. One more shuffle. Okay. Please only take what resonates in this reading today, okay? This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus placements. Woo! And before we get started too, as those fly out, thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading, as always, in deep gratitude. Okay. All right, you got two animals that wanted to jump out, and this happened to one other sign, so I'm going to honor what I did for them. Two animals, don't need an angel message, just to keep it, concise. I did forget, I think, to do, I believe it was Capricorn? Anyway, we're going to just stick with these two, because this is a very important message. You may have a new love opportunity. The fox and the swan. You must be quick to move out of your comfort zone, especially when the situation calls for immediate responsiveness and flexibility. Open your mind to new ways of doing things. Once you do, get ready for good luck and opportunities to come your way, Gemini. Love. You have found your soulmate, or they are just around the corner. Remember that when two souls are destined to be together, they always find their way back to each other. All those things you've had to go through are worth it. Wow. Okay, so you could either be with your true soulmate or you're calling in your true soulmate. I do believe you've got some new opportunities, though, to grow with this person or to actually open up to this person. A lot of you Geminis are being deeply, deeply loved by another, and that's beautiful to see. But it's always important to come out of your comfort zone and try new things, do new things, deepen the love, right? Show up in that love. Let's see. Let's get some tarot messages now. I know what's going on with you Geminis out there. Cross watchers, you're welcome here too. All right, if you're curious about a Gemini in your life. Let's see. What are the current energies coming into this reading for you Geminis out there? What does the month ahead look like? Just going to go right into what's happening in the here and now. Ooh, Four of Pentacles, holding on to something. They said keep going. Ooh, Justice, things coming back into balance, crossing. Ooh, the Challenge, King of Wands, lighting that fire. Recent past, the Chariot, movement. Ooh, opportunity this month. Eight of Wands, a lot of communication going on. Maybe cleaning up some communication. Near future, the Star. Overall general energy. Ooh, the Devil. All right, it looks like you're taking a look at something unhealthy. Maybe it's the way you communicate and your connection, okay? My daughter does this, and it just makes me laugh. It's like, okay, I'm starting to do it now, too. I got a 12-year-old who's got some sass. Ooh, what you don't see coming is things coming back into balance, a need for patience and some wisdom right now. You're learning how to communicate, I think, and how to open up about what you really think and feel, okay? What are you holding on to here in the near future? Actually, it's going on right now, but in the near future, it's going to be coming back into balance, whatever you're trying to hold on to. Interesting. I did not anticipate the Devil coming up, but you could be dealing with a Capricorn. We are in Capricorn season, so this might be a really important time in your connection. All right. Ooh, you definitely have a long-term connection here that you're holding on to. I think you're really moving past maybe some recent hurt, and you're taking a little bit more time for yourself, or a need for that. We have the Hermit, we have the Six of Swords, and the Ten of Pentacles. So I think in order for things to come back into balance this month in this connection, you need to spend more time on your own. Maybe you've been together too much and you just need some space, okay? But you're definitely trying to move past, or you've been feeling like it could be the opposite, where you feel like you've been on your own too much in this connection and a little bit more withdrawn. And you want to move past that and more deeply connect. You could be really trying to deepen your financial sector as well this month, because we have the 4 to the 10. So you could be coming from a period of saving, right? And now it's paid off, okay? I feel like a lot of you have been very frugal and focusing on the long term. And it's allowed you to be able to use your resources in a different way. Balance, though. It's like you have a new vision. Maybe you're ready to spend that money. Let's see. What's this justice? What's coming back into balance? Fair and just in your life. What's happening here? Crossing energy over the Four of Pentacles. Ooh. 3 of Wands, 6 of Wands, and the 7 of Cups. So, again, you have an opportunity here to really step up in your confidence. I think maybe you've been a little bit overshadowed in your connection with somebody. For those of you waiting on love, I do believe you've been working hard at saving, right? To become more stable. And you are trying to open up, I think. You're trying to work on your love life. And maybe the problem is just making room for love, okay? And making the right choices around love. But you are waiting on an opportunity. And I think while you wait, you're like really considering your options here on what's going to bring you the most confidence and feel more balanced in your life. I think you're making some important decisions around your own health and your own wealth and just self-improvement in general. You know, you've got this really deep love. I mean, if you don't have love in your life, you definitely have a strong, tight-knit family life, because I'm seeing that. Let's keep going. What's the Devil, though? There's something. Maybe you're trying to clean up some habits this month. What is this? Sometimes this, especially in this deck, this is the card of overindulgence, okay? As you can see, they're partying. Maybe you just want to like clean up your diet, clean up some habits here. What is this about? 2 of Swords, 10 of Cups, the King of Wands. There could be something going on that you've been kind of turning a blind eye to. Maybe that's someone that you're with that is maybe has an unhealthy habit. It may come down to the way you're communicating. Something that's undermining the connection itself and your ability to move freely in this. I feel like you're just with someone who you kind of yield to them all the time. And you do it not because out of fear, right? I think you do it just because it's just how you are. But I think you're starting to realize, you know what? I want to be able to decide too. I have a say. Yeah, I think what you're trying to do is come out of a period of kind of blindly letting them take the lead. I am getting that. Like you want an equal balance between you have say too, and so do they. But it is about your long-term happiness and what you've invested in. I think you have a lot of determination to work through. There could have been some sort of block. I feel like this block has a lot to do with maybe even needing to spend more time on your own, you know, maybe doing everything together, you know, if you're with each other a lot, maintaining that independence. But there's something around communication with this person. Let's see what the Chariot is. You're definitely moving forward together, regaining your confidence or gaining your confidence. Ooh, there's been some hurt over this connection. In the past, you had something that was a little bit out of balance. I think you actually, I'm sorry, I got a hair bothering me. You may have told your person off. For those of you that are trying to call in new love, you're removing, you may have had a tendency, Gemini, to go into love kind of blindly. And then you reach a point in development in this connection where you realize, ooh, I got myself into an unhealthy situation here. And I think that in the recent past, you may have discovered that. If you are currently trying to work through a lot of pain in a connection, you're trying to come back into balance, right? You're holding on to this. But there's a need for more balance. I'm getting, for some of you, it's not that they've really hurt you. Some of you it is. But for a lot of you, this is just about the way you kind of don't hear each other. There's a lack of really hearing one another's perspectives clearly, right? You have an opportunity to really communicate from more emotional vulnerability. I'm getting that this month. Like cleaning up the communication, I think is really going to help things feel more balanced and come out of any kind of block. You might have just been really frustrated with each other lately. Something caused you some pain though. You're trying to move through it and come back into balance right now. Let's see. What is this communication? Yeah, you're trying to learn. Ooh, you're really trying to transform this. Some of you actually are still communicating with somebody that you had an ending with, and you're still learning from it and still being guided to trust and have faith in what you ultimately seek. Some of you are really working hard this month on transforming a connection and trying to learn and grow. You're doing a heavy amount of communication. There's something you're trying to change in a connection here. I think you're trying to have more of a voice, have more say, right? You've got a really strong personality that you're attached to. They're very strong. And you like that, but then sometimes you feel like they overshadow you and they silence you. And I think it's hard for you to get your words out. I'm getting that. It's hard for you to get your words out, and you feel a little bit held back sometimes. This is about going forward with confidence, being open and receptive and sharing, right? More of what you're feeling inside. What's this King of Wands near future? This is someone who you're trying to clean things up with this month. I feel like you're holding on to this. I'm not feeling like this is an ending. I think this is a transformation that you're going through in this connection. It's strange how sometimes I get the same kind of cards, but it's a different vibe. This is someone you want to hold on to. The Emperor, the King of Cups. Ooh, well, maybe not. Wow. Okay. There's definitely this need for more balance. I'm telling you, you might have somebody who overpowers you in their ego. I mean, God, this is... Some of you are trying to transform the way someone's showing up. They get really, like, kind of stubborn. And it's like their way or the highway. And you're like, no, 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 no. We need balance here. You are showing up as the King of Wands and the King of Cups. You're the one trying to remove a block. You've got somebody who shows up in ego and you're getting sick of it. I think you've got your back turned to them right now, but you're willing to work through it. The challenge is, are you both going to work through this and hear each other clearly? I feel like this is a big hiccup in a long-term connection. So you can both bring more happiness into the connection. You've kind of been a little bit distant. I think you're just waiting on things to get better. But you know that you both need to have... It's almost like we need to have a talk. All right? We need to sit down. We need to have a talk. There's some growth that we both need in this connection here. Right? Why am I always feeling like you're the one always overpowering me? Like you don't want them to continue to overpower you. It's like they have this control thing going on. You just want balance. You want equal. You give, they give. You take, they take. Like it's an equal exchange. You want to feel like a team again. There's something that's been off here. And it has a lot to do with cleaning up the communication and learning from it and growing and transforming because of it. What's this ultimate wish, though, that you have in the near future? You got your sights set on things being more balanced, more fair, right? Justice. You've pulled back emotionally from someone, and I think you're trying to consider different options for improving the communication. Knight of Wands. The Seven of Swords and the Seven of Wands. Wow. Some of you... It's so hard because there's varying degrees here. Some of you are really trying to work on improving the communication in your connection, and it's gotten to a point where you both aren't hearing one another. Some of you are actually working on ending something because you're never going to get on the same page and you know it. Okay? And deep down, you're walking away from someone who just, they were very controlling. The air signs are really going through this Seven of Swords, like doubts over whether this is what they really want in the future. There's so many doubts coming up in this, you know what, maybe I should just be on my own, because you have an energy that's kind of not always in, right? I don't know, I'm just getting some of you who are, if you're with someone who's kind of flaky, you're like over it. Others of you, you're in a very deep, solid soul bond union, marriage perhaps, but you need to clean up the communication. You need to feel like you're being heard and validated. Someone who has actual empathy for what you feel, okay, and what you want. Okay, so that's what I mean, varying degrees. Overall, you are trying to make things better. Be sure you're working with someone who wants that too. I think that's what you're trying to get clear on. Like, what is it that we both desire here? What's the vision? What's the future vision? Because if we can't get on the same page, then maybe I should just need to focus on myself. Okay? You need to really be doing your own self-work here, Gemini, no matter what. In any connection. If we fail to keep sight of our own individual work, our own individuality, that's when problems start happening, right? this need to, what is it? Khalil Gibran, let there be spaces in your togetherness, right? And I think that you are with someone who, for those of you who are really hanging on to a connection, you're trying to transform it. This is about really communicating your vision for improvement, okay? For the communication to improve, for things to feel more emotionally vulnerable, and where both voices are being heard and validated. Others of you, you're like, I'm cutting this, I'm ending this. It's a challenge, but I need to walk away, okay? Let's see what you don't see coming. Your life coming back into balance. Being patient with this process here. You're working on transforming a connection or leaving a connection, Gemini, this month. Because I think you have a vision. I've been seeing this in the air signs. You have a vision of love, okay? And if you're with someone who's not meeting that, this is the month where people are saying, we either need to change this or end this if it can't change. It's like a make or break month, this first few months of 2024 in our romantic connections. This is about a romantic connection. Feels that way. Or it could be someone who is in your family who has an addiction and it's causing a lot of pain and you're trying to move through it and figure out what to do. Wow, I am seeing that too. This is about trying to help someone who's going through a very difficult time, trying to get all the information, coming up with the options, trying to help them through it, right? Trying to take charge of the situation and really trying to not be mired down in the emotion of it. Yeah, you could be dealing with someone with an addiction in your family. Oof, it's a tough one. I really do see that too, because this is the card of excess. Someone's bringing in something that you've turned a blind eye to, either as a parent or as a partner. Some of it has to do with the communication, and others of it is really about someone's habits. Okay? Okay? I am seeing that. And your need to actually go into that and understanding what it is that you want and need moving forward. Okay? There's some grief here. 5 of Cups. What's a Temperance card here? Ooh, Tower. Oh my God. Almost everybody's getting this. Air signs. Really going through the gauntlet in February. Whatever's unstable in your life, you want more stability. If someone's showing up with unhealthy habits, you're like, man, I'm not going to turn a blind eye to this anymore. We got to talk about it, right? And it doesn't mean you end a connection. It needs to change. Someone needs to clean up their act. Yeah, because you deserve more. 9 of Cups is, I want more, okay? And I think you're going to start actually, instead of hiding what you need, you're going to start talking about it. That's the thing. I was getting just a lot like a lump in your throat. Like, we need to talk about this. I think you're going to have an important talk with someone in your life, whether it's a family member or someone that you're with in a long-term commitment. There's something that's going to come up around this connection because it has to change. You want change, deep, lasting change, where you can open up again. Something has been hurting you and you're trying to move past it and you're trying to come back into balance here. I think for a lot of you, you're trying to come back into balance with your power, and you may be turning your back on somebody because they're not healthy for you in your life. Others of you have a family member who is in deep distress and is causing you a lot of stress, or a friend, and you're trying to help them, but do not get codependent on rescuing somebody who needs help, okay? Ultimately, what you don't see coming is things are going to come back into balance, but it's almost as if something has to dramatically shift. We're talking about a deep shift in order for you to feel good again, which is someone maybe going into rehab or someone taking a month of sobriety in your life, or really cleaning up the communication and both of you getting more healthy together, okay? I see a need for things to improve this month, and I think you're going to be doing that and coming back into balance, but you got to let go of something here. It's interesting. There's just a lot at play going on, and an opportunity to really get out of your comfort zone and communicate. Really communicate where you're at. Don't stay stuck in something, trying to rescue somebody, or stay stuck in a dynamic that you are being silenced and your voice isn't being heard clearly. Okay? Let's get some advice from Spirit. This is one of those months where you got to be honest with yourself, okay, Gemini? About giving yourself what you need. Yeah, it's almost as though you've got to make some important decisions this month. Very important decisions. So you can come back into balance. I feel like you're getting depleted. I don't know if you're giving too much to everybody, and that might be what's toxic too. You're giving way too much to your family, and it's draining you. So just make sure you nurture yourself this month, okay? Really, nurture yourself. You don't have to, don't feel bad or guilty for, giving yourself more time, to be in your own energy, okay? Advice from Spirit, Queen of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, and the Hangman. Yeah. You're trying to come back into balance inside of yourself. I think that Spirit is saying take your time. Some of you are trying to really work through some financial difficulties so you can come back into balance. Interesting. God, this reading was all over the map. I don't know if you're giving too much money, energy. Something's being drained from you, Gemini. I'm not sure what it is. You're worried about somebody in your life. I'm not certain it's a love bond. It could be a son, daughter. It could be... It's like you're giving and giving and giving and giving, and Spirit's saying, don't give too much. Save some for you, okay, this month. Because you might be coming to, whether it's a family member or a friend or a partner's aid, because they're not in a good place. The devil is somebody who's not in a good place. And I think you really, really, really want to help them. King of Wands. Your heart really wants to help. But it's creating a lot of disharmony within yourself. Just don't take on other people's stuff. That's what Spirit's saying. Like, don't feel bad for nurturing yourself and coming back into a better perspective within yourself, because I think you're giving. I feel like I'm talking to Geminis that are giving too much to the people around them, and you need to save some for you. Okay, let's get some messages from the universe here. Well, that one wanted to come out. We'll do one more. Yeah. And some of you are, because we had the death here, you could be going through some sort of ending where maybe you were really coming to someone's aid, and now you can't be responsible for that anymore. Okay? Prioritize self-healing right now. Put your needs above others for once. It's time to focus on you. Self-healing takes time and a lot of self-love. Remember, open wounds don't heal into scars overnight. Take the time you need in order to feel happier and healthier within yourself. There is no rush. This month, you really need to focus on your own self-healing. For whatever caused this, whether you were dealing with a toxic partner or a friend or child in need or a parent in need, it has drained you, worried you, okay? It's been painful for you. But in order for you to come back into balance, you got to start putting yourself first this month, okay? You're being drained. A chapter in your life is coming to an end. Rest assured that beautiful things are ahead in this next chapter. Let go of all things that are out of control and move forward. There are more beautiful things ahead than any you leave behind. Yeah, you are really being called to step into your own balance, okay? You've got to start doing things in a different way here. I think you've been tested. For those of you that are going through a love bond, you're being tested, okay? To leave it. Because ultimately it's not fulfilling you. Others of you, you are with someone, the love bond is fine, but you're weathering some sort of storm in your family. Whether you're coming to your children's aid or it's someone else in your family, there's been something very dramatic in your home life going on, okay? And it's coming to an end, all right? What you don't see coming is there's a dramatic shift going on. And this shift is all about you coming back into balance and focusing on your own happiness, okay? Please focus on your own happiness. There are things that you cannot control, Gemini. I just heard let go, let God, let go, let God, okay? So let go, release what needs to be released this month. Try not to take on other people's problems. You can't fix them for them, okay? Prioritize you now. I think you've done everything in your power to either help somebody in your life who's going through a difficult time, or recognizing that, ooh, this is an unhealthy relationship. I need to leave it behind me, okay? And do the healing work, okay? The self-love, self-care. while you let go of these emotions that are left behind. A lot of you are leaving behind a relationship, and you may have even been rejected. But rejection is God's protection, y'all. Okay? Let the tower fall. You are seeking ultimate fulfillment, and it was not here. So move forward knowing that the right person will come your way, but you have to release this because you've cast judgment. It's time to come back into balance now and move forward, okay? Don't linger here too long, Gemini. In whatever place you've been in, bigger and better things are on the way in the future, but you got to let go, okay? Sending love.